Hey everybody, welcome in. And with all this craziness Mickey has brought in, we're looking at ways to counter him and to counter what he does, that Disneyland Forever, the team wiping ability. It gets scary fast. And what we're going to be trying to do is get Jafar out, get the double charm on Mickey, see if we can get him, boom, to actually not wipe us out straight away. But we do want to. I'm just going to trying to do some damage on him is all we're trying to do. Okay. So what we're gonna look to do next is just buffing up Elsa so she can do her thing. And so let's just use an ability, drop some, and AoE. We're just trying to wipe out the counter damage. The counter damage is nasty. Well, guess that is gonna be having to go with Sheriff. So what we're gonna look to do? Oh man, I'm gonna try and slow Mickey down right here, and now we're gonna try and take him out and see if he can do 1, 2. Watch this, and now boom, 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 boom. He hits his own team. Even though the animation looks like it's coming to me, you saw that the damage was coming off his team. And I was getting a healing. So boom, my team is all fully healed up after all that damage I took. And then he is left with nothing. So turning that Mickey against himself, against his own team, that right there is what you're gonna want to be doing. And they just turn their game around. It's like, so just as fast as you saw Mickey wipe out my team that first time, you turn it back on him and you make him do that to his own team. And then you'll eat up all those heals that he's giving off. That is what you want. And that is one way you're going to be able to control him. You now, one little problem that you saw I had there was with the team that we just ran, is that Jafar is tier 6. Jafar is tier 6, so he'll just drop so fast, and that is kind of sad. And if he was maxed right up, this will be on a more level playing field. Potentially, you can go for a Shan lead, but because of the big speed differences from tier 8 to tier 6, I just couldn't do that. So I had to go with Hero and use Hero to make sure I forced Jafar to get the turn, and then use Bubbles to drop that 2-meter to try and control him just that little bit, just to hold that charm on there, enough for me to take him out so he can wipe out his own team. That is what we're looking for. Now, there is another way you can do this, is if you have big, fast, hard hitters, you can just get a charm off and just deal a whole bunch of damage down onto Mickey and just wipe him out by himself. So ones like Wasabi and other really fast characters that you can just go and target and try and take them out. That is the idea. Or strong single target, like I just mentioned, or strong AoE. So that's where the Elsa comes in handy. Try to use those show yourselves to blast them all off to try and drop all the health, and then he can just finish everything off. So at the moment, Charm is working. He'll attack his own team, wipe out his own team, he'll heal you. I have a feeling maybe that might eventually get fixed. That might get changed so that he will no longer charm and attack his own team, because we saw a similar type of thing with the likes of Zurg. And at first, when Zurg was charmed, when you first charmed him, if you could charm him before his first turn, this is right back in the day at the start of Global and before, his little Ion Blast, the one that would go out and hit the whole team and then bounce onto them all, that would do it to your own team back in the day if you charm him first. And then they said, no, we don't want that happening. And then they fixed that so he wouldn't. And that would always go onto the opponent. So maybe they might do that with this. I hope not. But we'll see. We'll see. I hope it doesn't get turned that way. They have left other characters alone and just haven't touched other characters like Demona and the likes. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens with this. But at the moment, it is a nasty way to use. If you see him on another opponent's team, use him against them. Go, hey, you want to do this? No. Charm them, wipe them down fast. So you can either charm them right at the beginning to control them, or charm them just before they're at low health. If you're not using the likes of Jafar with a 2-turn charm, and then you can just charm him when he's at low health and then finish him off and let him do the rest. So those are the options. You have the likes of Jack Sparrow or Olaf if you have them up and ready for some charms, if you want to get them done that way. Those will probably be your good options if you have them up and if you've invested into them already. Those would be your options, but you just have to be accurate with your timing and time it so he'll be charmed when you can knock him out. Because if you miss it and then you waste your charm, then you're probably going to get your team wiped. So just take that in a bit of consideration, and hopefully this has been helpful. Hopefully you've enjoyed this little showcasing of turning Mickey against his own team. And I want to hear from you guys in the comments below, and I'll see you down there.